Hello, everybody. ETV Live is proud to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of the iRacePink.com Art Wheeler Memorial Fall Classic. Hello, everybody. My name is Justin Rose. Now, joining me in the booth tonight here in just a few moments is going to be Eddie Walczyk, and later on tonight, Evan Pasoko will be along as well for the broadcast tonight. And happy to bring you, the late model feature here tonight, 75 laps here at Thompson Motor Speedway, and later on we'll bring you a 150 lap tour modified feature. We're also featuring a lot of pro drivers for the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series as well. Those guys will be in the house tonight as well, and the reason why we're here tonight is because Art Wheeler died of cancer. We're all gathered here tonight in honor of Art Wheeler, an iRacing member and beloved cousin of one of iRacing's own members and longtime short track supporter Chet Wheeler. Art was known for supporting things he was passionate about, and such as autistic children and other folks that he encountered that were in need. He built A&A Wheeler Manufacturing with the help of his partner and brother. Art was the picture of an American family man, and his cousin Chet approached Eddie Walczyk about making this year a double feature. Eddie loved the idea, and that's why we're bringing you these features today. This event will be a fall classic in its own right, and for those of you wondering what iRacePink.com is, iRacePink.com is an annual event held in October on the iRacing Simulation Service. This program consists of two primary events using the premier short track cars and series accurate tracks as well. Sanctioned and promoted by the United Short Track Racing Association, this event boasts 2 full days of racing with a telethon style live streaming broadcast. And our beneficiary tonight is going to be the Breast Cancer Research Fund. And why did we choose those folks? We chose the Breast Cancer Research Fund because currently 91 cents of every dollar donated to Breast Cancer Research Foundation is directed towards breast cancer research and awareness programs. These accomplishments reflects BCRF's dedication to putting the contributions it receives to work immediately. Each year, the maximum amount of dollars is directed to research rather than towards an endowment for the future. The Breast Cancer Research Fund knows that its supporters do not want their dollars wasted on solicitations that include unnecessary gifts and junk mail. Breast Cancer Research Fund wants action. So we're giving them some serious short track action tonight, folks. And what a great group there, the Breast Cancer Research Fund. And one of the questions everybody's going to ask tonight, how can you donate to the Breast Cancer Research Fund? Well, to do that, to donate to the iRace Pink team, click the big pink button in the middle of the homepage at www.iracepink.com. This takes you to the iRace Pink Breast Cancer Research Fund page. Click the Give Now button or choose the name of the person you are sponsoring for this event. Once on their page, you select the Give Now button, and then follow the on-screen instructions to complete your donation. It's so easy, even a race car driver can do it. And our fundraising goal for this year's event, folks, is going to be $2,500. Progress can be followed for the night at fundraiseforbcrf.org and search for the iRacePink.com group. And as of 2 p.m. today, our total funds raised is going to be $1,690. That puts us just about $800 short of our desired end goal. So keep donating, folks, and we'll be happy to bring you some live action-packed short track racing here in just a few moments. Joining me in the booth here in just a couple moments is going to be Chet Wheeler Jr. He is the cousin of Art Wheeler, the guy that we are here for tonight. So in just a couple seconds here, we'll have Chet Wheeler in the booth, ready for a live interview. And here is Chet Wheeler. Chet, this is Justin up here in the tower. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
We're doing awesome. And how does it feel to honor your cousin Art with an event such as what we're going to bring to the folks tonight here on ETV Live?
It's awesome. You know, I haven't really divulged this, but about 7 years ago, I came down with prostate cancer, and I had to go back and forth to Boston, and Art footed the bill. That's how good a person he was.
And definitely, we've certainly read up on Art and some of the nice things that he's done for autistic children and other folks that are in need. Such a great person, and it's tragic that we lost him to cancer. So I mean, putting on an event such as this, even though it's a different form of cancer, it's got to be such an honor to do this for your cousin Art.
Yes, it is. Cancer is cancer wherever you get it. When the doctor says you have cancer, it's like you're getting stabbed in the chest. It's you think, oh, this is the end, but it's really not. If that is found early, they can help.
Definitely, and I know you're racing tonight in Art's honor. What are your hopes for tonight, being in the late model and the tour modified? Are you hoping to bring home a victory for Art?
Well, I'm always hoping for that, but everyone knows the sprint car is my top car, so I had to drag out the modified and the late model. I'm not going to race the late model tonight simply because I'm just too slow with that one. The tour mod, I got that set up so that I'll be competitive, but other than that, it's really tough. But I hope to run the race, be safe, finish the race, and at least come on, the top 10 maybe if I'm lucky.
Definitely, and Chet, again, thanks for helping to put on such an amazing event here. We hope that this will be an event that Art will be cherishing and he thinks is very worthy. So again, Chet, thanks, and hope you have a good night.
Thank you for having me on, and I hope this is a good night. I hope I do get a top 10. That's what I'm looking for.
Again, everybody, that's Chet Wheeler Jr. You usually see him driving the Gravedigger sprint car. Again, Chet, have a great night here. And moving on now, we have the quick time qualifier in the late models. Paul Kashiba. Paul, this is Justin up in the tower. How you doing tonight?
Not bad. How are you guys?
We're doing wonderful. I seen that you took quick time tonight with a time of 19.748 seconds. Tell us about your lap. Do you think you could have got any more performance out of that?
Yeah, I think there was a little bit left in it. I hit a 7.1 in practice, but I was happy hitting a 7.4 right there.
Definitely, and what motivates you to race for such a great cause like what we have here tonight for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation?
Well, it really is a great cause, and it was cool to make a donation like that, and I really think it's a cool deal that Eddie's got this going on, and I'm thankful to be able to be in this race and have a good time with you guys.
Being a pro driver, you are one of the best racers on the service, and you do run a legend in real life around the Waterford Speed Bowl area there in Connecticut. How do you feel your night's going to go? Do you think you can bring home a victory in the Art Wheel Memorial Fall Classic?
I'm going to try, man. The race setup's definitely pretty good. It stays pretty stable on the long run, so hopefully I can hold off Chad and Brandon Hawk and Joey Brown. There's a bunch of really, really good guys in here tonight, and it's definitely going to be a really, really good race.
Definitely, and Paul, what is your outlook here going into the pro season?
Hopefully I can have a better season than I did in the DWC 2013 season. I just joined Wicked Chassis, so that's a pretty cool deal. I'm really hoping to get a lot more top fives and maybe even a win this season, and really show what we're capable of.
Definitely. And Paul, did you find out what heat you're in for the viewers for later on when we recap them?
I don't know what heat number it is, but I think it's heat 1.
Definitely, and good luck to you, Paul. I hope you have a great night here, and I hope the fans will follow you along here as the night goes on.
Thanks, man. Thanks for talking to me.
Everybody, that is Paul Kashiba, your quick time qualifier tonight in the late models with a 19.748 second lap. Takes quick time by just over 1/100th of a second over Brandon Hawk. He will be in and around heat number 1 tonight. Moving on here, we have some sponsors that we need to plug for tonight that help make this event possible with some donations towards tonight's event. Beast Chassis, Bobby East Race Cars, the sprint car you see racing tomorrow night on ETV Live here for the Alan Bender Beauty and Beast Charity Challenge is an exact replica digitally scanned by iRacing and used passionately by the sprint car community in iRacing. Bobby East is a short track staple in USAC midget, sprint, and Silver Crown racing. Bobby East is one of the most celebrated car builders and team managers in USAC racing history. Under his leadership, the formidable 9 racing team won 10 USAC National Midget Championships and more than 120 feature wins. And moving on now, we have Double Clutch Marketing. The Double Clutch Marketing team enables their partners and clients to seize and or create new opportunities in areas they are currently underutilizing or ignoring. The management team facilitates their partners' ability to build on their existing marketing and media efforts by leading them in adopting opportunities that new media and social network marketing may offer. To visit them, go to www.doubleclutch.com. Moving on now here, the last plug for right now is going to be Late Model Racer Magazine. This magazine is the only glossy national feature magazine that exclusively covers pavement short track late model racing. From your local short tracks to series such as ARCA Midwest Tour, the American Canadian Tour, Past North and South, ARCA CRA Super Series, ARCA SRL, Main Event, UARA Stars, K&N Pro Series East and West, Rocky Mountain Challenge Series, Super Cup Stock Car Series, and many others, we have the feature stories, information, and tech articles you need. To visit them, go to latemodelracermagazine.com. And we're going to have the recap here of the heats that are currently in progress right now. But for right now, we're going to go to commercial break here. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes. Don't change the channel. Stay tuned.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
You guys got a copy?
HD Radio Network. Join 5,000 plus other listeners where you could hear everything from big 80s metal to classic rock and roll, country radio, ETV, live sports radio, even adult and
You guys hear me on
rock
whisper?
and roll. HDRadioNetwork.com, one of the fastest growing internet radio networks. HDRadioNetwork.com. Take it with you, cowboy. Get the mobile app for Android, iPhone, iPad, and all the rest from TuneIn.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to ETV Live flag-to-flag coverage of the iRacePink.com Art Wheeler Memorial Fall Classic. I am Justin Rose. Now, joining me in the booth now is tonight's promoter and the guy we've all been talking about a lot lately, Eddie Walczyk. Eddie, how are you?
We're doing good, but we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with the feature or the heat setup. The system didn't pull in all of the cars, so it's just taking us a couple extra minutes to get that sorted out.
Definitely, and let's talk about Breast Cancer Research Foundation here a minute here, and it's a great group, and like you said before, on all of ETV's products here with the radio shows that we do here as well. You said something about 91 cents of every dollar that Breast Cancer Research Foundation spends goes towards research. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Eddie, you there with us?
I am. We're trying to care this heat setup. I'm going to need you to wing it here for a little bit till we get this fixed.
Again, apologies, folks, here as we're trying to deal with some of the technical difficulties we got going on with such a large event here. I am currently watching Heat Number 1 right now, and your QuickTime qualifier, Paul Kashiva is out in front of Brandon Hawk and Joey Brown right now in Heat Number 1, as we are about halfway done with this event in Heat Number 1 as well. We'll certainly keep an eye on if Paul Kashiva can close it out and get a spot up front for the feature race. Just really interesting racing going on right now here in the heat here. A lot of racing throughout the field as Matt Rolfe and the guys here back around 6th spot come around. And caution is on the speedway in Heat Number 1. Sorry we don't have any live video of that for you right now. We're working to bring you some of the feature action here in just a little bit. Again, folks, how to donate to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. We want to send you to www.iracepink.com, and there's a big pink button right there on the homepage, and then it'll take you to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation's page there, and you can make the donation by following the prompts from there once you click the Donate Now button. And again, that's iracepink.com. And we hope to reach our fundraising goal for this event and tomorrow night's event as well of $2,500. As of 2 p.m. today, we reached the $1,640 mark, so we hope here as we'll get a new figure for you here. Hopefully that climbs up more and more towards that official total here, so we'll get a refresh for you here in just a moment as we're going to have to go back to commercial break here to regroup and try to get some of these late model heaps recap for you as they go on. Stay tuned. This is ETV's live coverage of the Art Wheeler Memorial Fall Classic. We'll be right back after this commercial message.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to ETV's live flag-to-flag coverage of the Art Wheeler Fall Memorial Classic here, presented by iRacePink.com. You're watching Brandon Buchberger take out one of the heat victories here over here in heat number 1. Paul Kashiba is going to take the victory under caution here. We'll get an interview with those couple of drivers here and an interview from the third heat winner as well. Want to toss out a few more sponsor plugs here while we're waiting for some of these heats to complete here. Let's talk about Speedway Illustrated. Dick Berger and Speedway Illustrated is America's favorite motorsports monthly magazine and is produced by a family-owned American small business. The magazine's writers and photographers, including Dick Bergeron, Bones Boursier, Mike Adaskavag, and Rob Snedden, are the most recognized and highly awarded journalists in motorsports. Guest authors such as Carl Edwards, Tony Stewart, and Ricky Carmichael regularly appear in the magazine. Visit them at www.speedwayillustrated.com. And another magazine we have to feature here tonight as a sponsor here, Sprint Car and Midget Magazine, the world's leading short track open wheel magazine featuring the best of sprint car, midget, silver crown, micro sprint, and mini sprint racing. Sprint Car and Midget Magazine delivers the works of the most talented writers and photographers in motorsports to your door each month in full color on high quality magazine stock. And ETV Live is also a sponsor as well. Since 2008, ETV Live has been pushing the bar in online autosports broadcasting. The industry leader ETV Live has pioneered innovations that has led to the highest quality product on the market today. Our highly experienced staff produces the best in quality with the latest in technology and software. Our system is hardwired and state-of-the-art. Visit us at www.etv-eplay.net. And we'll have a few interviews here in just a couple of moments here. Brandon Buchberger takes heat number 2, and Paul Kashiba takes heat number 1. We'll have to find out who took heat number 3 here in just a couple of moments here. We're going to have heat race interviews here before we go live to the feature. We'll bring that back for you here in just a couple moments here. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. ETV brings you live coverage. Goodness gracious, here I am screwing up a lot here. ETV Live is live and proud to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of the iRacePink.com Art Wheeler Fall Memorial Classic. I am Justin Rose. Now, joining me in the booth is going to be your heat winners, Brandon Butchberger, Paul Kashiba, and Brandon Schmidt. We're going to start with your quick time qualifier tonight. Paul Kashiba. Paul, tell us about your heat race.
It's definitely a good heat race. I'm excited for the feature. After that 20 laps, I definitely know we have a pretty decent long run setup. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a real good race between everyone though. Brandon won his heat, Schmidt won his. So it's going to be real fun.
Definitely, and Paul, you're no stranger to victory lane in the A car and in the Pro Series as well. Paul, you also qualified for the was it the Legends World Championship? I do believe.
I actually was totally unaware of that.
I thought you had won a qualifying race at the Waterford Speed Bowl in real life with your midget car.
Oh, that. Oh. Yeah, we actually won the 50-lap national qualifier at our local track, the Speed Bowl, and that advanced me to race in the nationals at Lake Erie, which was definitely an experience for me.
Again, Paul, you said you had a good car for the long run here. Tell us who you think is going to be your toughest competition here going into the 75-lap event.
Hawk was pretty quick in practice, and he was pretty decent in the heat race. I think he's going to be one to beat, and I'm not sure about Brandon and Schmidt, but I do know they won their heats, so it's definitely going to be some stiff competition with them.
Definitely, and that's Paul Kashiba, your quick time qualifier and your Heat 1 winner. Moving on, I have Brandon Butchberger in the booth. Brandon, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing awesome here. Brandon, you won heat race number 2. Brandon, tell us about your heat race.
It was a decent heat. I don't think the car was that good. We just had good track position, started on pole. Had a quick yellow and just kind of maintained that lead I had. The car didn't feel right, so I have some work to do before the main here, and I know I'm going to be starting probably mid-pack, so it'd be a good race, but it's all for a good cause. It should be good fun. It looks like we have a great turnout tonight. Hopefully we get a good turnout for tomorrow, and glad it's being hosted on ETV here.
Thanks. And Brandon, you're no stranger to being up front in the action in the sprint crown, or excuse me, the sprint cars and the silver crown. I'm getting everything mixed up here as far as the cars go here tonight. But Brandon, tell us about some of your plans here coming up here. I don't know if you made the Pro Series or not, but tell us about what you think you're probably going to be able to do in the future. Do you think you get a top 5 or maybe you'll beat Paul Kashiba for the victory?
I don't feel like we have a winning car. I feel like we might have a top 10 car. All my teammates at Last Row Motorsports have been working on a good setup this week, handed it to me, and it's been really good so far. Came in with a little bit of practice. I did not make pro this season. I kind of took a break from it. My plans for next season are just running Silver Crown and probably some sprint car stuff, maybe going back to tour mods and some late model stuff here. So we'll see. I've just been so busy. I haven't had a lot of time to do stuff lately, so we'll see what happens here when it comes season 4 here.
Again, everybody, that's your heat number 2 winner, Brandon Butchberger. Brandon, congratulations. Hope to see you do well in the future.
Thanks.
Moving on now, we have your heat number 3 winner, Brandon Schmidt. Brandon, how are you, and how was your heat race?
I'm good. The heat race was, only 6 cars, so, I started 6th and had a little contact with someone, brought out a yellow, and restarted 3rd and got the lead and never looked back from there.
Definitely, and I know some of the heats were a little bit difficult there with somehow the iRacing and its voodoo and working it out, but tell us how you feel about running in such a wonderful event, such as benefiting the Breast Cancer Research Foundation here tonight.
Yeah, I'm honored to run in it. My mother was a breast cancer survivor, so I got to thank Eddie for putting it on and for everyone participating and ETV for broadcasting it, and it makes it really special and should be a good show.
And Brandon, do you have to make any wholesale changes like Brandon Butchberger does to his car before they hit the feature?
I'm in the same boat as him. I don't race these cars ever. I don't think I've touched this car since 2010, so like he said, we have some guys on our team that are really good with these cars and hooked us up with a setup, and I don't know what I got for anyone. Probably within a 10th or same 10th bracket, but it's going to be all track position in this race, and just missing the wrecks and surviving till the end.
Do you think you have what it takes to beat Paul? I mean, Paul's had a pretty strong car all night, it looks like, from the initial practice session and in qualifying.
If somehow we can restart in front of him, maybe, by just taking those line away. Other than that, honestly, I don't think I got anything for him, unless miraculously I figure out the line all of a sudden.
Again, everybody, that's your third heat winner, Brandon Schmidt. Brandon, congratulations to you. Good luck in the feature race tonight here. And moving forward, I believe Eddie Walczyk is in the house with us here as we get ready to go feature racing. Okay, just waiting here just a few more minutes for Eddie here as we are moving on. Again, congratulations to Brandon, Paul, and Brandon Schmidt as well. And I'm going to move Chris Overland in here and get an interview with him. Chris has been a pretty vocal guy in the Pro Series. Chris Overland, how are you doing?
How are you guys doing?
Doing good, Chris. I know you've been a pretty vocal guy in the Pro Series and in the DWC as well. Tell us about your DWC season and how that evolved for you.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even in DWC this year, but the previous year, it was a lot of good experience. And heading into the Pro Series in 2013, I'm definitely prepared. I don't know. This is just week 13. I've spent all season working really hard to get back into the Pro Series and get prepared for that. And it's good to come out here and run this memorial race and just unwind and have a good time at a short track, just like the good old boys used to. I'm having a good time.
Definitely, and running for such a great cause, definitely benefiting the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. It's got to be somewhat of an honor to honor the memory of somebody who was really, really great with people, such as Art Wheeler.
Oh yeah, definitely, and basically, anybody who's listening to the broadcast right now, this goes out to anybody who's got a family member struggling with breast cancer or any cancer of that matter. My uncle is suffering from lung cancer at the moment, so I just want to say my prayers to him right now, and anybody else who's struggling with it watching right now, just hang in there. Again,
well wishes to your family member there, and my grandparents and parents all survived cancer, and then my grandparents had a relapse, and they didn't quite make it, so everybody knows what cancer can do with families and how they can tear it apart. I ask that anybody who can donate, if it's $1, $5, $10, $100, doesn't matter, go to www.iracepink.com and click the big pink button there on the homepage, and it'll take you to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation page where you can donate. Follow the instructions. It's so simple, even a race car driver can do it. I do have an updated total as of right now here going into the feature race here. We have raised a total of $1,755 here for tonight here, so we're just under $800 away from our goal of $2,500. Coming back to you, Chris, being such a vocal member for the Pro Series, Lastro Motorsports, that's the team that you've been on of recent. Tell us what you think your outlook is going into the 2013 NASCAR iRacing Pro Series.
Honestly, I think that I don't know if the driver is going to be able to do it. I'm a little bit modest when it comes to my ability, but these guys at Lastro Motorsports, they have given me solid cars every single week ever since I've been with them, and I'm going into this Pro Series with more confidence than I've ever had. It's just great. There's so much to learn. There's so many different types of drivers there. Everybody does something different, whether it's Vinny and PJ running the Silver Crown and Sprint Car, to Joe running the short tracks and Joey running the Cup Car. There's so much to learn. There's so much for me to pick up as a driver, and I feel like I'm going to be learning all through the pro season. And if I make DWC, I'm going to be a much more improved driver, and I feel like these guys over there have definitely been the cause of that.
Definitely, and you know, should you make DWC, do you think you have anything for Ray Alfalla and Tyler Hudson? Tyler having such a dramatic win over Ray Alfalla at the final race at Homestead. Anything could have happened between those guys. Do you think you have anything for them coming up into the DWC season if you make it?
Well, you never know. There's always a chance. I'm not gonna compare myself to Ray Alfalla or Tyler Hudson because I've been racing simulators and things like that since I was, in diapers. So it does take a lot of experience to get to the level that they're at. But there's a lot of people who don't have that experience who had breakthrough seasons, and I don't see why I'm excluded from that. We'll just have to see how it goes. I gotta make pro first. Gotta make DWC, gotta do all that, and right now all I'm focused about is this feature tonight. Maybe I can pull off the win.
Definitely, and Chris, you were in such a stacked heat racer with Paul Kashiba, Brandon Hawk, and the like. Do you think you have what it takes to beat Paul here in the long run here at Thompson? It's such a hard place to pass.
Well, Paul's got a lot of real-world racing experience, and I don't have very much experience in late model, especially not at this track, Thompson. So, I mean, it's a 75-lap race. A lot can happen. There could be a late race restart, and I could pick the right lane, and things could work out. But we'll have to see where it goes. I definitely have to worry about my own teammates too, because the car that we've got is very good, and Joey Brown's one of the best people when it comes to driving a good race car. And I think I'm more worried about him than I'm worried about anybody else.
All right, and Chris, I know you got some sponsors to toss out there, some people to thank for getting you to the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series. Why don't you give them a big shout out here on ETV Live?
Yeah, well, first I want to thank Eddie for putting all this together. He's a real stand-up guy. I've got the chance to meet and be acquainted with him over the past few days, and this wouldn't be going on without him, so thank him. And Last Row Motorsports, those guys who took a swing at the fence on me, and somehow I got into the Pro Series just with look at the draw, and they're awesome cars that they give me. And I want to thank Menards and iRacing Memes for being the sponsors for me in the Pro Series, along with Eddie. So.
Again, everybody, that's Chris Oberlin, one of your selected drivers for the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series, which you can see here on ETV Live coming up here in just a few weeks or so. Chris, congratulations to you for making pro, and I hope to see you do well tonight.
Thank you, man. Good luck with the broadcast and everything. I hope the race goes well.
And that's it, Chris Oberlin. So moving on now, as we're waiting here for the feature race to get started here, we're going to go to commercial break, so don't change the channel here. We'll be right back after this commercial message.
If you're a serious online racing enthusiast, you need Derek Spear Design, maker of high-quality, custom-built, and 50 caliber strong simulation racing products like button boxes, shifter pedals, component parts, and more. The advantage a championship sim racing driver needs. Rated 10 out of 10 by Inside Sim Racing TV. Check out his line of top-shelf sim racing products reasonably priced at DerekSpearDesigns.com and buckle in for a no-nonsense ride. DerekSpearDesigns.com today, cowboy.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
I'm seeing a 75 lapper up.
InsideSimRacing.tv, the fastest show on the internet. Sim racing news and reviews since 2007, with new shows every week.
Welcome back, everybody, to the iRacePink.com Art Wheeler Memorial Fall Classic here. My name is Justin Rose. Now, joining me in the booth in a few moments will be the promoter, Eddie Walczyk, getting ready to go feature racing here with the late models for 75 laps here at the Thompson International Speedway. Joining me in the booth here as well for a couple of driver interviews is going to be Mr. Excitement, TJ Graves, and Randy Schreck. TJ Graves, I'm going to go to you first. TJ, how are you doing tonight? How was your heat race?
I'm doing fine. The heat race was a bit of a struggle. Got a little cosmetic damage on a little prior wreck. Ended up finishing 8th. Made the show, which was the most important thing.
Moving on, what's your outlook for tonight here with these guys here running so hard? And I've seen a lot of wrecks happen in heat race number 1. Do you think you can avoid the carnage here and put yourself in the victory lane and possibly even in the top 5 for that matter, considering we have a lot of iRacing Pro drivers here tonight?
Yeah, that's one of my main concerns, is just try to beat at least one pro driver. I know they have a lot more experience than I do in heavier style cars. If they come over to the tour mod side, they might have a little bit of competition. But main objective, avoid the wrecks. I think we're going to be starting towards the rear since we had a bad heat race run, but main objective is just to cruise around for a little bit, avoid some wrecks, and be there at the end.
And TJ, being such a heavily involved member in the Tour Modified section of the USTRA Triple Crown Series, dubbing you Mr. Excitement for the way that you run the Modifieds, are we definitely going to see you do that here in the late models?
100% absolutely, yes. My motto, go hard or go home, so kind of have to follow that. This is a little more compact division. You can actually bang off some people in this. Not intending that I will, but the bumper might have to be used if necessary.
And TJ, good luck to you tonight in the heat race, and I hope to see you do well. Mr. Excitement, TJ Graves, always puts on one of the best shows we see here on iRacing. Always gets everything out of the race car, whether it's in Victory Lane or it's on the trailer, on the wrecker hook anyway, for that matter. And TJ Graves, good luck to you tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up towards the front.
Thank you very much. Be safe in the booth.
And that's TJ Graves, Mr. Excitement, as we like to call him in the Tour Modifieds. Moving on, I have Randy Schreck with me. Randy, you are a staple in the late model series. Tell me whether or not you actually won Division 2 in the late models this past season.
Unfortunately, I did not. I was about 50 points shy. Just couldn't get enough official SOF out of Concord.
And Randy, you're always one to help out the racers in the late model division with setups and such. Just tell us, how it feels to have people, give you the thanks and congratulations and stuff for running so strong in the season and for helping people out with their setup.
Well, of course, it feels good. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today without other people doing the same for me. So, a huge shout out to all the people that have helped me over the course of the last couple of seasons, including yourself. And guys like Gary Hensley can't go without mentioning either. I mean, he puts up some great setups too. So it all kind of works out in the end.
Tell us about your heat race, though. I know I've seen a lot of wild action in the heat races. Were you one of the unfortunate guys who ended up on the tow hook?
No, actually, I was trailing Mr. Buckberger for most of the race, closed in on him, and he adjusted his line to run the middle of the corners, and that gave me an outside line, but I just couldn't get around him. So I think I had a better car at the time, but as they've all said, this track is not fun to pass at, not easy to pass at, and that was definitely the case for me.
10-4, and Randy, good luck to you here as we get ready to go feature racing here. I hope to see you do well, and hopefully we'll see you in Victory Lane tonight.
All right, thanks, Justin. Good luck in the booth.
And that's Randy Schreck, one of your late model staples on the racetrack and in the booth here tonight. I'm going to bring along Eddie Walczyk. Eddie, we're getting ready to go feature racing here. I know it's been a little bit difficult with some of the difficulties of iRacing. Just give us your thoughts on the night so far as we're coming along.
We are coming along just fine. There was a couple of changes that I'm not sure if we missed from the last time we did the Jason Leffler Memorial Race, but the cars just didn't grid properly for the heats. We've got it figured out. We are going to start 30 cars, and so we're going to be starting 30 cars. It'll be a big field. It was the only fair thing to do. A couple of guys missed their heat, and we've got a 2-spin or 2-caution rule. If you're involved in 2 cautions, we're just going to arbitrarily give the boot. Doesn't matter who it is. So the field may or may not thin out depending on how amped up the guys are. But we've got a stout field, and I'm pretty excited to see what this race will bring.
Again, I'm excited to see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to send it down trackside for the Cactus Cuties as they will sing our national anthem tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the pale streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And that was a rousing rendition of the national anthem sung by the Cactus Cuties. And Eddie, we got 30 cars in the house tonight, 75 laps here at the Thompson International Speedway here. We're going to start out front here. On the pole tonight is your Heat 3 winner, Brandon Schmidt. Starting outside of him is going to be the 72 of Paul Kashiba. Starting inside row number 2 is going to be the 3 of Brandon Butchberger. Outside him is going to be second quick in qualifying, Brandon Hawk. Starting 5th is going to be one of the drivers you heard here in the interviews, the 9 of Randy Schreck. Starting outside of him is going to be Leela Wilson. The 12 of Joey Brown is in the 7th spot. Rounding out row number 4 will be Kuhn Landry. Rounding out your top 10 tonight is going to be the 98 of Gene Daly and the 57 of PJ Sturgis. Mike Testa and Christopher Freeman are going to be in the row number 6 spots, 11 and 12. Chris Overland, who you heard here in an interview earlier, is going to be 13th and 14th spot. That's row number 7. Row number 8 tonight's going to feature the 44 of David Muse and Chad J. Lawton. Row number 9 will be William Kemp and Daniel Muse. Row number 10 will be the 69 of Peter Bennett and Aaron Budka. And rounding out the rest of your field tonight is going to be Charlie Foster, TJ Graves, Matt Rolfe, Clay Snyder, Joe Quinn, Vinny Sansone, Dalton Baldwin, Jake Sturgis, Brian Day, and Ryan Borges. 30 cars in the house tonight, 75 laps on the board tonight here as we get ready to go feature racing. Pace car pulls in. Brandon Schmidt waiting for the green flag here as he gets on the hammer. Green flag out at Thompson International Speedway here. Great jump by the 10 as he needs to get to that outside line, as that is the preferred line here at the Thompson International Speedway. The 25 of Brandon Butchberger on the inside as there's contact just behind them. The 198 of Leela Wilson and Joey Brown make contact. Move Joey Brown up into the 6th spot here at the end of the first lap. Randy Schreck trying to make the pass on the inside as he's in the wall now. Joey Brown and Randy Schreck get into the wall. Caution on the speedway as well. We'll have to get a replay on what happened here. Early action going on here at the Thompson International Speedway here. We'll get the 13 of Aaron Budka, I'm hearing, is facing the wrong way on the front stretch. Couple cars down in the infield. I do see the number 30. I do believe that's Mike Testa as well. So tough action for a few guys early on here at the Thompson International Speedway. Eddie?
Yeah, for sure. That was ugly there. I don't even know what happened. I'm trying to watch the replay right now, but that stinks.
As we get the replay for you here in just a moment here, we get one lap complete under the green flag here, as I do believe here we had a gaggle of cars here back around the 9th or 10th spot here, trying to make it 3 wide out of turn number 4. The 57 gets into the 33 and sends the 30 of Mike Testa around. 47, Chris Overland involved. 7-11, 17 other cars is involved as well here. We'll get those cars straightened out for you here as they go to pit road. We'll have to see how many guys are going to be on pit road. Don't know if there's any fast tows or any resets here. Time will only tell here, as I do believe Randy Schreck's on pit road. The 57 is on pit road as well. 47, Chris Overland on pit road. Mike Testa also on pit road as well, as we complete right around lap number 4, ready to start lap number 5 here in the early stages here. So trouble early on for some contenders up front, especially the 9 of Randy Schreck.
There was a lot of good cars in that thing right there. It's a shame. It's like Kuhn Landry got kind of pushed up to the wall and just can't. He come down on PJ Sturgis, and it's that just stinks.
A lot of really tough guys with pro licenses getting in trouble in the early going here. Randy Schreck is the one late model regular we did see. He started 5th. He is on pit road, probably going to end up laps down here with the incident between him and the 12 of Joey Brown. Joey Brown at one time did hold the provisional lead. I believe he qualified about 4th in qualifying or so. Gonna have to see if the damage affects the 12 of Joey Brown here as the cars double up. Lights are off on the pace car, Eddie. Hopefully we'll see better racing here this time around under the green flag. Cars stack up side by side here. The pace car gets ready to go into turn number 3 and pull off here. Several cars a lap down already. Randy Schreck, Testa, Oberlin, Peter Bennett, PJ Sturgis, Aaron Budka, and Kuhn Landry. Green flag back in the air here as the 10 of Brandon Schmidt gets a jump on Kashiba. Kashiba holding the outside lane. We may have a new leader now coming out of turn number 2. Gonna have to see the 10 of Schmidt runs that middle line, but Kashiba's there on the outside. Kashiba gets the run on the outside. New leader on the speedway as the caution comes out. Could move Kashiba up to the top spot here. We're gonna have to see what happened here. We'll get that reset for you here in just a moment. Caution on the speedway once again.
Man, that is just an ugly, ugly display of race car handling here. I'm starting to regret my decision to put 30 cars on the field, to be honest with you. I'm hoping we can get this straightened out and we can get some good racing here. We're not even at lap 7.
The 17 and 38 were involved. The 17, that's Christopher Freeman. He was involved in the other action. He got loose on the inside line, taking out the 38 of Clay Snyder and several cars behind him. That was probably about 5 or 6, maybe 10 cars involved in the incident as well. I see the 4, the 7-11 involved. Randy Schreck gets a piece of that as well. The 37-11 guys that were just involved in that first caution there. Vinny Sansone as well stops on the track as well, got a piece of that. Gonna have to see what happened there as several cars are again on pit road here as we're looking to already have half the field here a lap down here in the early stages here for the Art Wheeler Memorial Fall Classic. Not some of the racing we're normally accustomed to seeing here with the USTRA Triple Crown Series. We normally bring you usually the guys run a lot of green flag laps here, so hopefully we'll get a nice green flag run here as 10 laps are down, 65 laps to go, Eddie. Hopefully this will clean up a bit here. We can have some good green flag racing there. As we wait for Eddie. Eddie is busy. He's handling 2 roles tonight, folks. He's doing race control, and he is also involved in the booth tonight here. Eddie stretched a little bit thin tonight. We'll get his thoughts on the racing here in just a few moments. Out front right now, getting the lead on that first restart there is going to be the 72 of Paul Kashiba. The 10 of Brandon Schmidt, your pole sitter for tonight's feature. He is in second spot. Brandon Butchberger, your winner of the second heat. He is in the third spot right now. Second place qualifier, Brandon Hawk. He moves up to the 4th spot. 98, Gene Daly survives the first incident. He is up inside the top 5 right now as he's up in the outside line. Chad Lawton is in the 6th spot. William Kemp is now up to the 7th spot, and Leila Wilson in the 198 car. She is up to the 8th spot. The 15 of Matt Rolfe. His dad, Rick Rolfe, is the guy that provided the car for the new iRacing Super Late model that's due to come out here in the next couple of seasons or so. Matt Rolfe looking to put on a good show for his dad here as the cars double up here as we get ready to go green flag racing again here. Rounding out the top 10 right now is going to be the 15 of Charlie Foster. So Paul Kashiba sits right now out in front. Looks to get a good restart here. We definitely showed you the importance of the restarts here. Got to get a good jump over the guy on the outside line here, as the outside line is the preferred lane, folks. As the pace car makes that hard left-hand turn here, Paul Kashiba gets on the gas, and we are back. Green flag in the air here at Thompson Motor Speedway. Better restart this time around up front here as Kashiba gets about a 1 car length jump right now. Battle on for the 3rd spot. The 55 of Brandon Hawk got a better jump over the 25 of Brandon Buchberger. Buchberger is trapped on the inside line and moving backwards really fast. The 26 of Chad Lawton is right now on the outside line, completes the pass, move him up to the 4th spot here as there's contact in between Buchberger and Gene Daly here, and caution is on the speedway once again. Gonna have to get a replay of what happened there on the front stretch. As the 22, Mr. Excitement, TJ Graves, is sitting there facing the wrong direction on the front stretch, folks. Going to have to bring in the E-play here in just a moment here. TJ Graves trapped on the inside line. It looks like the 15 of Matt Rolfe gets into the wall and collects the 22. The 30 of Mike Testa gets into the spinning 22 of TJ Graves here. That's going to put a big damper on both those guys' nights here, as we're looking to have about 12 cars or so on the lead lap already due to the early incidents here at the Thompson International Speedway. Tough luck for a lot of drivers involved already. This is definitely going to be one who survives the most. The guy that's hard charging right now is the Iron Man right now. Vinny Sansone in the 12th spot. Gonna have to see how his damage there on the car affects his race. Hopefully he can stay on the lead lap here. Vinny Sansone has just done something that nobody else has done in iRacing history. He won both the Silver Crown and the Sprint Car Championship, folks. Vinny Sansone